Simmary, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video, I'm back in Tartosa with another build with My Wedding Stories, the new game pack that released earlier this week. And so yeah, I'm back in Tartosa because, you know, the gameplay for this pack might be super broken and just not playable at all. The world certainly is not broken and it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love this world so much and I never want to stop building here, which obviously I will, because I also realize that some people might not have bought the pack because it is so broken, which I also, for that reason, cannot recommend it. Like, don't be like me. Don't purchase a $20 or €20 game pack because of the world, like, because you're still paying for stuff that's not working. So it probably will be patched though. I have high hopes. I think there will be a patch. They will fix it. But yeah, as of right now, the gameplay is just super broken, which I also experienced actually firsthand in my previous or my last Legacy Challenge episode where I tried to have a cute wedding. Certainly did not work. I could have known that beforehand. I still wanted to try it anyway, and it was very frustrating, but also quite funny at the same time. But yeah, building wise, I am back in Tartosa because, you know, like I just said, I love this world. It's so extremely pretty, and I wanted to do something with this beach lot. I love this beach lot. It's in the town center. It's a very beautiful lot. It's not like the beach lots in Solani where you can build on the water. For this one, you cannot actually build on the water, which is fine. I wasn't really planning on doing that anyway. I mean, it would have been cool, but it's fine that we can't. I feel like that's okay. I just really enjoy this lot. And from the get-go, I knew that I wanted to build a restaurant here. I thought it would be so fun to build a beach restaurant. So that's exactly what I did. And I just really love how it turned out. Like, I'm not sure if this would be the most realistic thing. Like, I'm not sure if you could actually build a structure like this on the sand, like on the beach. I'm pretty sure that that is not possible, but it's The Sims. I can do whatever I want. We don't have to take these things into consideration. So I didn't, and I just built this restaurant on the beach, and I feel like it turned out so cute. I had this vision in my mind of like a large like terrace area, which would be the main like dining area with all these like string lights covering it. I just had that vision in my mind and I thought that that would be so cute. So that's what I went with. I sat down, started building, did not have a reference picture or anything. I just, I had a vision like sort of in my mind of like the vibe of the place. So that's what I tried to go off of. And yeah, this is what happened. I really enjoy how it turned out. I love the color of the exterior, like that like softer, like orangey tan color. I just think it's so pretty. That is the new wallpaper from the new pack. I love how it's like sun stained, if that's how you can say it. Like a little bit bleached almost. I love it so much. It's so realistic and so pretty. So yeah, that's what I went with for the exterior, and I mainly focused on the back of the lot, obviously, because that's where the dining area is located, and that's where you have the most beautiful view over like the ocean and stuff. So the front of the build is actually also really cute. I really like how it turned out, but I mainly focused on the back of the lot. That was like the main selling point for this place. So yeah, you can see that I immediately placed all these string lights, and I placed them in these debug little planters with some trees and some lavender bushes, and I just really enjoyed the vibe of that. And yeah, so for this restaurant, you cannot get married here because I did not like place a wedding arch or anything, but on the second floor, there is a little reception area. So you could have like a wedding reception here, or like just a family dinner or just a family gathering. I placed a couple of the banquet tables up there, and just some festive like tables and chairs and whatnot. So you can have like a little reception up there, like on the second floor. And then on the ground floor obviously has the kitchen. It has a couple of bathrooms, and then I think 2 little tables. So there is also a small little dining area inside, but mostly like all of the tables are outside on the like patio or terrace or whatever you want to call it. So that's what I focused on the most. Like, if you would come here for a fancy dinner, I do feel like this place is a little bit on the fancy place. So yeah, that's just kind of the vibe that it gave me. Not like you need to like wear your formal wear or anything to come here, but still it feels kind of fancy in a way. So yeah, if you were to come here to eat, then you're probably here because you want to sit outside and you want to have, like, you want to dine on the beach, basically, on the terrace on the beach. So that's what I went with. We do have a couple of tables, like I just said, on the inside of the build, but only 2. I did not really have the space for it. Like, the shape of the build is a little bit awkward. It was a little bit difficult to work with. I figured it out in the end though, but I did not have a lot of space for a lot of tables inside, like indoors. I only placed 2. So yeah, it still works though. I still really wanted this lot to be playable too. So it's not like too full of stuff or too full of clutter. There is a lot of space for your Sims still to route around, to be able to walk around without any issues. So I feel like it's very playable. I did play test it thoroughly, so I really just had my sim go over here and dine and see what would happen. Dine out seems to be glitched for a lot of people. I personally don't really experience that many glitches with dine out. Like, yes, it definitely takes a little while for your food to get there and stuff, but still it works. Like, you just don't want to be in a hurry if you want to dine out with your Sims, because it definitely takes a little while, but it still never really ever glitches out. Like, I always get my food. It's always successful for me. So yeah, that's what I experienced when I playtested this as well. And yeah, the place was really crowded, which was a lot of fun. So yeah, I feel like at least in my game, it works really, really well. And I also still wanted the Sims to be able to enjoy the beach. So on either side of the restaurant, I just placed a couple of loungers with some umbrellas. And I was definitely thinking that those like maybe belong to the beach as well. Maybe you can borrow those loungers from the beach or from the restaurant, or maybe you can like rent them or something. I don't really know, but that's just kind of what I had in mind. And then I also did some landscaping for this build. That might not be the most realistic thing because it is on the beach, but like I mentioned before, this is The Sims, we can do whatever we want. And I really just wanted to try and make it look cute. And this game pack, by the way, comes with so many cute signs in the debug menu. I love the signs it comes with. So it also has a really, really cute sign in the actual catalog, which is really cute. That's mainly for weddings. I did place a couple down in this restaurant though, because I feel like it still worked for this like more fancy looking restaurant. Those signs still worked, but you can definitely tell that they're supposed to be like wedding, like seating charts or like welcome to so-and-so's wedding, like that sort of sign. I still placed a couple of them though around because they worked. And yeah, on the side of the lot over here, I placed a little pergola sort of thing. And yeah, I just placed a couple of random little items for like, I don't know, like storage on the side of the build, like some extra chairs if there is like some sort of party or whatever. And then I placed a couple of barrels. I don't know, I just really enjoyed that, that little storage area on the side of the build. I thought that that was cute. And then, yeah, I don't know, I just really enjoy how it came together. So let me know, did you actually purchase this pack? Like I said, I do not recommend it if you're still not sure, like if you're unsure if you want to buy it. I mean, I cannot recommend it because the gameplay is broken and you should wait for it to be fixed to spend your money on this. I feel like I am a sucker for anything Sims, so I cannot help myself. I buy all the packs that we ever get. I mean, except for like Create-A-Sim kits. I think I only own one of the Create-A-Sim kits. For the rest, I don't own any. I just own the building kits. I don't even have Bust the Dust. It's just not something that appeals to me. So those things I don't have, but anything building wise, like any like larger packs or anything, I can't help myself. I buy them all. I want them all. But yeah, if you're not like me, and I really hope you're not like me because it saves you a lot of money. Yeah, just don't buy this pack if you're unsure about it. Just wait until it gets patched and then maybe spend your money on it. But for right now, it's just broken. I bought it solely for the world and the building and yeah, that sort of thing, because that's just how I am. For that reason, I do not regret purchasing it because I'm having so much fun. I already spent so many hours in Tartosa. I think the world is so beautiful. It's so well made. It's so like playable in the sense that it has a lot of areas for your Sims to actually enjoy and walk around. It has a couple like swimming areas. And I just think it's so pretty. Like the world is so like, I don't know, interactive in that sense, I guess. I really enjoy it. I think it's so well made. It has the most gorgeous neighborhoods, and this lot on the beach is so much fun to me. I also know that a lot of people actually already made the most gorgeous wedding venues on this beach that are also a lot of fun to place down. I just decided to not turn this one into a wedding venue because, well, for one, wedding, like the actual wedding is broken for this pack. It doesn't work. Your Sims will not get married, at least from my experience and from what I've seen with other players. Like, it just doesn't work. So I could not be bothered. So I just decided to just turn this into a restaurant with a little reception area upstairs. So you can still have some sort of a reception if you wanted to do that. But yeah, for the interior of the build, you can kind of see it come together. I tried to make it look fancy. I use a lot of flowers and plants on the inside. So when you first walk through the front door, you have that little, I don't know what to call it, like that little stand where you have to like request a table. So we have that. And then off to the side, we also have the little kitchen and we have a staircase. The floor plan was a struggle for me to figure out. Like, I did not know where to place like the staircase and everything, but I figured it out in the end, and I think it looks really, really nice this way. The whole thing is very open. I placed a lot of archways and stuff like that, so it's very open to the outdoors, and yeah, it's just very open and airy. And I placed a lot of these like fancy curtains from the new pack. I love those curtains. I think they're so pretty. So yeah, here I was kind of struggling, kind of trying to make like sectioned off little areas on the inside. I was just not sure how to do it at first, but you'll see that later on I placed a little half wall that kind of separates the little tables inside from the walkway to and from the kitchen. And then in the little corner by the staircase, I was struggling around. Like, at first I wanted to place some additional seating. Then I placed that beautiful like shelving unit. And then in the end, I placed a little bar. But since I already had 2 bars on the outside, like on the patio, another bar on the inside, it just felt a little bit excessive. But I wasn't sure what to do with a little area by the staircase. Later on, off camera, I changed a couple things. I actually removed the bar on the inside of the build and I replaced it for the new piano that we got with the pack, which is perfect. I don't know why I didn't think about that from the get-go, but the piano was perfect there. So you'll see, like, after the speed build portion of this video, we will do a little real-time tour of the restaurant, and then you'll see that I placed a nice piano over there. And since we have this large open area in the middle of the build, in between like the front door and the archway to the terrace, basically, that area is very spacious and open and kind of empty. I decided to place down a small dance floor, which was also perfect. I still, like I just mentioned, don't know why I didn't think about that from the get-go. But yeah, I placed a little dance floor because the dance floors that we got with this pack, they're so good. Like, they really, really fit in. They don't look like a random dance floor in the middle of your build. They really, really fit in. It looks like a gorgeous like floor piece, if you will, like just some intricate, beautiful detail for the flooring, really. And especially for a community lot, like for a restaurant like this, it just really, really made sense. So I placed a little dance floor in the middle of the build. Might be a little bit random still, but it's nice. It looks pretty and it's also functional if you do decide to have like a little reception here and you want some dancing. That was just perfect, like right next to the piano. I don't know, it just, you'll see that in the little tour portion of the build, but I'm really happy that I decided to do that. And then on the second floor, like I already mentioned, placed a couple of banquet tables. I just forgot to place something on top. So off camera, I real quick placed a little chocolate fountain on one of them. And then I think the little bucket with champagne bottles on the other one. So there are a couple of extra functional items for this build. But here you can see the second floor of this build. I think it's really, really cute. So here I actually did have the space for that gorgeous shelving unit, that little bar shelving unit kind of thing. I haven't used that before for Tartosa because the only other build I did for this house was the little rental, like the honeymoon rental, and I definitely did not have the space for it there, but I did have the space for it here. So I was really happy about that. It's just such a gorgeous piece. And then I placed one of the signs and a couple of flowers and plants and stuff. And I just feel like this area up here is just really serene and just really nice for a more fancy party, if you will, like a fancy little reception. This whole place, like I already mentioned before, feels a little bit more on the fancy side to me. And I actually really enjoy that for this one. It's just, it's probably also quite an expensive little restaurant. And I actually set it to Italian food as well. I did not change like any of the chefs and waiters' outfits or anything, but the food, like the menu, I set it to Italian. I thought that that would be fitting for this place. But obviously you can place it down and do whatever sort of menu you want, customize it the way you want it. So I feel like that would be perfect. But yeah, up here we also have two very small little balconies that I just placed a couple of little love seats and an additional chair. So there is a cute little additional seating area for your Sims to just hang out and enjoy the view. And I don't know, overall, I'm so happy with this build. It definitely took me a while to figure this out, like how to lay it out and how to make it look somewhat realistic on the beach, but I feel like I made it work. And for gameplay, this lot is actually really fun because like I just said, I play tested it thoroughly and it really works. And it's just a really cute lot and a lot of fun to play on. But yeah, that is actually it for this build. So let's jump right into the game and I'll show you the restaurant in real time. So here we have the build in full effect. Sims are arriving. We have the cook standing out here. At first, I was a little bit worried if the chef was actually going to go inside, but when I play tested it, it actually worked. I think the chefs just wait until the food is actually ordered and then they'll go inside and start cooking. And this waiter is just dancing here. That is really cute. But yeah, as you can see, when you walk through the front door, we have the little entryway into the restaurant, very beautiful with a lot of flowers and stuff. And then over here, I placed that little dance floor and I think it just looks perfect here. It really fills up the space nicely. This waiter is going down. Don't you have like work to do or something? I mean, you can just enjoy yourself. I'm fine with that too. But as you can see over here in this little nook, I placed the piano and it just looks perfect. I, once again, do not know why I didn't think of that from the start, but it looks really, really good. I'm really happy with how that turned out. Then over here, we have a couple of seats on the inside. And then over here, we have the little kitchen. The kitchen is nothing fancy, nothing special, but it is fully functional. So that is nice. And then off to the side of the kitchen, we have this little area with some bins. The chefs are still randomly standing here, but I'm sure that at some point they will actually go inside and start cooking. But yeah, off to the side here, we have a couple of bathrooms and I think they look really fancy and really cute. Then through here, we have a couple of waiter stations, which was actually the perfect spot for them. And then outside, which is obviously the highlight of this build, we have the terrace space with all the tables and the beautiful flowers and plants. We have a couple of bars out here. Obviously, it only spawns one bartender, but that is fine. They will go to either this bar or that one on the other side. And I feel like that's actually perfect. So we have some chairs and tables out here with a beautiful view over the ocean. And I just feel like it's so cozy and all these Sims are just enjoying their time in the restaurant. I don't know. I just really enjoy this lot. When we go over to the second floor, this is where the little reception area is located. So it's not too detailed. However, it still looks fully decorated in my opinion. We have a music player here and then obviously some tables and then the banquet tables over here as well. And if you still want to do like a wedding cake or anything, then you can just remove one of these decorations and place a wedding cake. I feel like that would work perfectly fine. And then we have another bathroom upstairs as well, which I did not show in the speed build. But yeah, the lot has 3 bathrooms total, so I feel like that would work perfectly. And it looks like the chefs are actually at work now, which is perfect. So yeah, we have 2 chefs running this place, which you would definitely need 2 because there are a lot of tables here. It's funny how I was talking about Dine Out not glitching out for me usually, because it seems to be glitching out for me now. I requested a table a long time ago and it's just not, I don't know where her table would be, but oh, I think she's actually going there now. Oh, this is her table. Okay, she was seated in here, I think. She seems to just want to stand here, but you know, that's fine with me. If you want to eat in the middle of the dance floor, then be my guest, I guess. But for the rest, this lot is fully functional, and that is actually it for this restaurant. So this Tartosa Beach restaurant is up on the gallery. It comes in at just under 127,000 simoleons, but for a restaurant, that is not really relevant, I don't think, unless you want to purchase it and run it. Like that is obviously something you can do if you have Dine Out, then it's very expensive, but it's definitely something you can do. And I built it on this beach lot in Tartosa, so that should be pretty easy to find. But that is actually it for this video. So I really hope that you enjoyed this one. You can obviously go ahead and download it off the gallery like I just showed you. My username on the gallery is Simmarysims. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram if you'd like. My username on there is Simmarysims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so. And if you want to be notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!